Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the Vox of Gaming. I am Bebop Vox, here to give you all your gaming news, indie stuff, and Kickstarters. Dang it! Who put the sword in here? Wasn't me, I swear. That should get it working. Alright guys, let's get straight to all your gaming news. Don't hold it by the pointy end. Alright guys, let's get right to it. Dang it. We got a bunch of press conference news coming up to talk about, but first up, a game called Overstrike. Well, it was originally, I talked about it a few weeks ago, and now it's called Fuse. Well, there was a lot of hype about this game, a lot of it, especially at E3 when it was originally called Overstrike. There was no information, and now there is. Not only that, but also screenshots of the sexy looking game. Well, we now know that Fuse stands for an alien substance and experimental weapons that are fused with this substance. Players will be able to use these weapons, and each of the weapons have their own unique ability. And the game has all kinds of classes, like Dalton here, who's the team leader, kind of like a tank. He has a kinetic shield that uses this energy, which he absorbs kinetic energy and shoots it back. Now Naya here is a stealth class character who has a sniper rifle and, when combined with Fuse energy, shoots black hole bullets. What? I like it. Oh, and as a bonus, her weapon also gives her the ability to go invisible. Another character, Izzy, has a shatter gun that encases enemies and then blows them into little pieces. And a really cool part is that players will actually be able to switch through all these characters, which is called Leap. They also have an ability called Lethal Teamwork, which shares all the XP throughout all your characters. So it's great to have new information about this game. Be sure to check out those new screenshots, very promising. Next up, gotta give some mad props to this guy. The first one to hit level 100 of Paragon levels in Diablo 3. For those who don't know, the last update in Diablo was a big push to basically give you more stuff to do after level 60, and that's Paragon levels. You get 100 of them, and it increases all your stats for your character. Now, why is this newsworthy? Because usually when a patch comes out involving new levels, somebody maxes out within a couple hours or a day or two. Now, this update has been out for a couple weeks, and just to give you an idea, to get to level 60 in Diablo 3 takes 23 million XP. To get to 100 Paragon levels takes 3 billion XP. Congratulations! That is insane, and that is why you're just a badass gamer of the day. I don't know. Now, some new games you can buy that are in Steam Greenlight. It looks like we have our first 10 that have been accepted. Check these out. We have Black Mesa Source, which everybody can't wait for. Also, Heroes and Generals made it. Cry of Fear, Routine, Kenshi, Towns, No More Room in Hell, Project Zomboid, Dream, and McPixel. God, if you end up playing McPixel, so frustrating, so random, does not make sense, but enjoy it. Next up, we have a couple of press releases that just came out. The first keynote was Apple's, and it's that time again to release a little known toy called the iPhone5, and here's a quick little breakdown of it. Now, the base numbers alone are showing, proving their worth, but until people get their hands on it and actually push it to the limit, we won't really know, but it is 18% slimmer. Also, they're saying the new processor, the A6, is going to run twice as fast as the current version. Now, there isn't anything actually new in this that other phones aren't doing, but they're kind of taking from all these other phones and putting it into the iPhone 5. They're also coming out with a bunch of other accessories as well, like finally new earbuds. They haven't had any new ones since 2003. Well, these new suckers are called the EarPod, and they're already available, so if you guys want to buy them. Now, with all these new upgrades, they're also coming out with a new connector. They always had the 30-pin connector. Now they're coming out with the 8-pin connector called Lightning, which this has a lot of pros and cons, one of which is more money Apple wants from you, which is the adapters. They always love their different adapters and just making every possible way to connect something else to your computer. In this case, it's the 8-pin adapter, and it costs $30. Pointless. So if you want to use any of your old adapters or old connections, anything like that, you need this. And in the end, this means an overhaul of every Apple accessory as well. But other things they announced is a new super skinny iPod Touch, and also these lanyards that seem to hook off all of them. They also showed off iTunes 11 and how it's going to be a little bit more streamlined. Now, if you guys want the information part breakdown, that's all down below in the links for you. There's even a comparison sheet, so you can compare it to other phones and how they're currently matching up. As for other keynotes and press releases, tomorrow the 13th we have keynotes of Nintendo for the Wii U. So finally we can put all these rumors to rest and find out the release date. Not only that, but also the games that will be coming out on release, such as Zombie U. What else do you guys think they're going to come out with and talk about tomorrow? But what do you guys hope they talk about, and what new Nintendo stuff do you want to hear about? you know, besides of course a new Mario they're gonna announce. And some Quickie news now. I don't think I have anybody who watches from Japan, but just so you know, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance won't be coming out on the 360 for you. However, it still will be for the United States and Europe. Now, they didn't exactly say why, but the Xbox 360 isn't very dominant whatsoever in Japan, so they may be losing sales and it may not be worth their trouble. Also, yesterday I did talk about Zone of the Enders HD collection that they're working on. Well, if you do end up buying it, you get an advanced pre-copy demo of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Check that out. That's pretty awesome. Next up, some indie game news. Now, you always hear about game jams, and they have this 7-day FPS one. Well, this is one of them, and you guys can play it. It's called Sub Rosa, and it's kind of like Minecraft meets Mafia. Not saying the graphics are anything crazy, but the basics do get kind of ridiculous, and their avatars are just kind of funny. But basically, you join one of 3 Mafia teams, 2 of which are trying to make a deal and trade an item for money. Meanwhile, the 3rd one is trying to sabotage the whole thing. So usually, whenever you end up trading, people backstab you anyway, and nobody ends up getting any money. But if you actually manage to ever get the money, then you can upgrade your weapons, and usually that never happens, and blocks just end up everywhere and everybody's dead. But this is just a lot of fun, so check that out. Kickstarter time. If you guys want to throw your money at a game being developed, this one is called More. And if you love space games, this is an excellent strategy game for you. Now, it is multiplayer, or you can play it on LAN, and it has online ranking. The main environment of it is galaxies that you create. In fact, they get so detailed, but not overly complex. You can also get detailed information though about planets and minerals that are on it. And you command an entire fleet that you actually build yourself, so you can customize every ship, move hulls around, actually design everything. There's 20 races total, all of which will have their own unique user interface as well as a skill tree. Now, everything that you actually see in this Kickstarter video was created in 4 months. So imagine when they actually get some money. This is a team of 12 people. They want $50,000. They're already at 18 and they have 45 days left to go. So looks like they're gonna make it. Alright guys, that's it for the Box of Gaming. I hope it informed you guys. Be sure to share the show with your fellow gaming addicts so they can be informed, and like the video. And be sure to comment below if you want to win 2 beta codes again for Dungeons & Dragons Neverwinter MMO that's currently in beta. I'll be giving away 2 more codes. Congratulations to yesterday's show winners. But also subscribe, and I will pick you guys at random in the comments below tomorrow as well. So what do you comment on? Try the community question today. Will you be getting the iPhone 5? Or what do you think about any of these new products? What would you actually see them do in the future maybe? Will they ever go to battle with Google making augmented reality glasses? Of course, they'll just be white and, you know, pristine looking. And then of course it's going to be called eyeglasses or eye-mented. Who cares? But anyway guys, that's it for me. I am Bebop, and I will see you guys in game.